everybody, Kinfin here. Awkward time to receive a text message. Now, as you can see, my team is trained up to level 12, but where's the training montage video, you ask? Well, what can I say? I tried to record 3 hours of footage all in one go and it got corrupted. There's not really anything I can do about that, I'm sorry. I mean, you guys are just gonna have to take me on my word that this is legitimate leveling up here. I mean, I did in the Viridian Forest, so it's not like I was fighting anything particularly dangerous. The most dangerous things in there would be Pikachus, and well, anything I'd be fighting would be able to run away from pretty much everything in there. So you guys are just gonna have to believe me on this. I'm sorry. I wish I could not have that be a thing, but it's a thing. So I'm gonna start this video off by fighting these two trainers that I skipped before. That look you gave me, it's so interesting. Stupid cats. Now, I did actually have a topic I wanted to talk about during the fast motion montage too, and I'm just gonna have to talk about that here, which is fine, but you know, it kind of screws up with my plans. Ah, that double kick. Stefan is so cool. Alright, so the thing I wanted to talk about, more than anything else really, in this entire project, is I kind of wanted to talk about my Pokemon's personalities. And I know that's kind of a strange thing to talk about in general, but hear me out on this, alright? Now, one of my favorite things about Nuzlocke, especially Nuzlocke comics, is most Nuzlocke comic writers will make their Pokemon sentient, able to speak, able to communicate, and more sentient than Pokemon already are, of course, you know. Like speaking English, talking to the trainer directly, you know? And that's something that I really like about Nuzlocke comics. Now, obviously, that can't be a thing in a Nuzlocke video series, and that's fine, but I still feel like my Pokemon have varying personalities. They're sort of evolving and coming through as, you know, I battle. And after having done a big training montage like I just do, I think I really have a feel for all my Pokemon's, you know, personalities at this point. So, let's start in the order that we caught them, shall we? Now, first up is Quentin, and Quentin, I mean, we already kind of talked about this earlier. Quentin is he's a hero. He is a pathological, he wants to save people. At the same time, he's not like one of those people who's like, likes to get buddy-buddy with people. He's like, yo, if someone's in need, I will show up, be badass, and then walk away all cool, because he's lonely nature, right? Oh, level 14? Speaking of Quentin being a hero, I'm sorry, level 14 Spearow, these are threatening. I'm not fighting this thing. No, at least not with, Iris. Anyway, that's Quentin, you know, the pathological savior who's not really good at talking, you know? I can sort of picture him having these sunglasses and just sort of being, or maybe a cape, I'm not sure about the cape, but definitely sunglasses. Just being like, showing up there, punching the guys in the face, and then walking off like a cool guy. Next up on our roster, we have Weiss. And Weiss I sort of see as like haughty, you know, sort of like, she's, well, I wouldn't say stuck, well, yeah, I guess a little bit stuck up. She's like, full of herself, she's fancy, she's one of those people who's like, you don't want to like her, but at the same time, there's something sort of appealing about how confident they are, you know? It's like, I can imagine her doing that anime thing where you take your hand, you put it up to the side of your face, and you laugh like, ha 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 ha, that one. Oh, that sounds so awful coming out of my mouth. Bad, bad. And that's how I see Weiss. Sort of that haughty, stuck up, she's kind of like a spoiled brat, but at the same time, she also, yeah, spoiled brat, that sounds like a pretty accurate description, actually. So that's Weiss. Next up we have Zen, and I've kind of talked about this before. I don't even think Zen is her real name. I think that's just what people call her, because she never speaks. She's like, I imagine her just sort of, whenever we're not doing anything, she's just sort of sitting there meditating, watching what's going on, and then if someone's about to do something stupid, she stands up, stops it, or however, with whatever amazing amount of force or speed or whatever, then just goes back to sitting down. She never says a word. People just call her Zen because that's the only thing they can think to call her. Next up, Iris. Ooh, Iris. I'm actually looking forward to talking about this one. If I were doing a comic of this playthrough instead of a video series, I can tell you right now, I would be shipping Iris and Quentin so hard. I imagine Iris as being this sort of quiet, timid, nerdy thing. She's got these really thick rimmed glasses, but at the same time, like, if you take off the glasses, she suddenly becomes incredibly either adorable or just in general attractive type of person. But she doesn't have the confidence to really work that, you know? She's bookish, she's always hiding behind something. But she has this huge crush on Quentin, because back whenever I did my first training montage, back at the end of episode 2... Was it episode 2? Episode 2 or 3? It was 2. Back at the end of episode 2, she got knocked down to 1 HP. And then Quentin stepped in and saved her life. And ever since that moment, she's had a huge crush on Quentin. And I'm not sure where that's going to go. But, I feel like every Nuzlocke anything needs some sort of shipping, especially comics. Like, if you've ever seen Petty's Nuzlocke comic, she, her Bulbasaur, eventually Venusaur, ended up in a relationship with her female Nidoran. And that's one of the most iconic Nuzlocke shipping pairings of all time. And then there's also Ken's Fire Red Kick-Ass mode, where he caught Bill. You know how Bill turns himself into a Clefairy? Well, he got him. That happened. But, now Bill has sort of a shipping going on with, what's it called? His Clefairy, which is ironically named, or not Clefairy, sorry. Same name as Jigglypuff. Right, which is the same name that, my rival, Shorty, actually gave his Jigglypuff. I'm not even kidding, they're both named Puff Daddy, technically, even though it's a female in, Ken's Fire Red Kick-Ass mode. Check that one out, it's really good. Check all these comics I'm talking about. I'm gonna leave links in the description for people to check out these comics. Most of them are gonna be on DeviantArt. But yeah, then there's, who's next? Who did I catch next? Next person I caught was, oh, Stefan! Stefan, oh man, I had trouble thinking of, you know, a personality for Stefan, just because I've only known him since that one training montage, but I think I finally came up with something. Stefan is, let me just double check his nature to make sure this even makes sense, because I don't have Stefan or Reggie's, well, I have Reggie's, but docile nature. You know what I think it is? Okay, docile nature, yes, but on the outward, he's trying to be charismatic, he's trying to be the cool guy, when really that's not him at all. He's, you know, on the outside, he attempts to just impress everybody, but in reality, he has no confidence in himself. He's a sham. He gets away with all he does because he has tricks, like, oh, he's a poison type, but he already knows Peck and Double Kick, a flying type move, and a fighting type move. He's flying by based on pure tricks. Think Hercule. Oh, that's a perfect comparison right there. Hercule Satan from Dragon Ball Z. That's Stefan right there. Just, he wants the world to think he's this awesome guy, when really he's winning all of his fights using dirty tricks. And then there's Reggie. Reggie, the person no one has faith in, and to be fair, I had the hardest time training him during my training montage. He took the longest out of everyone, and that's mainly just because for now he has bad moves, but okay, this is how I see Reggie, okay? Imagine, you know, a bunch of knights getting ready to go out to the battlefield, alright? You know, a bunch of them mounting up on horses, getting their lances, all that stuff ready. Reggie is the person who's handing out the lances. He's not actually going to be the one out there doing the fighting, because he's not, you know, he's not a knight. He's just a squire. He carries the equipment, he hands them out, but someday, he keeps telling himself he'll be a real knight. And that's Reggie. So those are the personalities I have put together for my Pokemon here. I'm really, you know, it's one of those things where if you're playing a Nuzlocke challenge, Nuzlocke challenges exist to make you closer to your Pokemon, to make you respect them more, to make you more appreciative of every moment you have, because you never know when it's going to be taken away. And I really think that by sort of imagining a personality for your Pokemon, you really bring that to life. And that's why I like Nuzlocke comics so much. I'm actually doing one myself over on Demon. I talked about this before. It's called Dabbling in Destiny. The first couple of pages of it really suck, but I'm getting better, and I have so many plans for it. Oh man, so many plans. I'm really, you know, I follow a lot of Nuzlockers on DeviantArt, and just some of the things that they've done have inspired me so much. And yeah, it takes me a while to actually pump out pages, but I mean, there's just so... Nuzlocke comics, I love Nuzlocke comics. I'm really sad that there's not more of a representation for them on the Nuzlocke forum, because, or not Nuzlocke forum, sorry. Nuzlocke Reddit. I should really join the Nuzlocke forum. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's actually the website run by the person who made the original Nuzlocke challenge. The very first person to ever do the challenge, the very first person to ever publish the challenge. He was Guy. Nowadays he's just going by Nuzlocke because he is Nuzlocke, as in the guy who made the challenge in the first place. His art, his first several pages of art, literally stick figures. But nowadays his stuff is really high quality. And it was reading reading, aw, Paris. Anyway, reading Pokemon Ruby hard mode. That's why I do comics in the first place now, is just seeing the improvement, seeing how he learned by doing, you know? And it's kind of the same thing I'm doing with this video series. I'm learning by doing. I'm learning how to make these videos by doing it. So really, Nuzlocking is just making me an all-around better entertainer on the internet. And I'm really happy about that, because, and just generally oh, right, I almost forgot to mention, these rocks in these tunnels, are actually, something really worth knowing about. I didn't know about this for a long time, but some of these rocks in these tunnels will hold the item Tiny Mushroom. And later on in the game, you're going to be able to trade a pair of Tiny Mushrooms to have your Pokemon relearn old moves that they forgot. Which is really good, because sometimes you can get moves that they quote-unquote forgot before they even existed. It's kind of weird how that works, but, you know, like start moves, basically. If you know how that works from a metagame perspective. And the really interesting thing about these Tiny Mushrooms, though, is they will respawn every couple hundred steps you walk. So you could just go in here, grab them, make a lap around somewhere, come back, and they'll be back. And I don't think this particular tunnel has any, but I know for a fact some of these rocks somewhere do. And, okay, real quick, for people... Wait, no, I'm thinking of the other one, never mind. Yeah, let's keep using Reggie for now. This is our first Team Rocket Goon. I just realized that. We're Pokemon gangsters! We strike fear! Yeah! Really? Really, Rocket Grunt? You and your Saiyan Shrew? I see you there, you Saiyan Shrew. It's like a bunch of bricks. Well, at least Team Rocket... I really like Team Rocket. I like every evil team in Pokemon games in general, but, like, Team Rocket, A, because of nostalgia, and B, just... Team Rocket isn't pulling any sort of fancy tricks or anything like that. They're just a mafia. They are a crime syndicate, and they are using their connections with the world around them to make money. That's it. Oh my god, the Sandshrew is killing me. Pathological Hero, go! I'm gonna be saying that a lot. I'm just gonna be saying Hero, go whenever I send out Quentin. But it's true. I mean, he's the only one of this team who has a decent special attack, so he's the only person who can deal with stuff that's boosting his physical defense. But, yeah, this is, God, where was I even talking about? I mean, don't get me wrong. Team Rocket's not my favorite evil team. My favorite evil team is Team Galactic? Yeah, Team Galactic from Gen 4. Oh my god, so evil. I love it. But, I mean, I have so much appreciation for what Pokemon's managed to do with its villains. Team Rocket, they are all business. Money makes Team Rocket's world go round, and that's just how they work. Meanwhile, you have literally two teams of eco-terrorists in Hoenn. Like, I'm not even talking like, oh, hey, whatever, let's grow some trees. I'm talking, these guys are literally shaping the world. They are terraforming to suit their purposes just because of a cause they believe in. That is really evil. I'm gonna skip Gen 4 because it's my favorite and move around to Gen 5, who they're trying to convince the people the world over that raising Pokemon is wrong, just so that they can be hypocrites and beat them back and take over the world. I'm sorry about spoilers, but I mean, come on, they're an evil team. You knew they had to have some sort of ulterior motive. So they're really awesome too. Gen 6, Team Flare, literally attempting genocide. I'm not kidding. They're trying to activate a mass murder machine in Gen 6. That is their end all. But nothing. Ooh, Star Piece. Nothing beats Gen 4, who are literally erasing the universe to build a new one where they are God. I'm making this episode go on a little bit longer to make up for the Lost episode. But yeah, literally attempting to become God. There's nothing more evil than that, in my opinion. I don't think Team Galactic could have anywhere to go up from there. And the best part is, the admins and the leader of Team Galactic don't tell their team what their end-all goal is. They just have all these blind fools doing whatever they want because they think, oh, this guy's awesome. It's just amazing. I guarantee. Whoa. No, Iris needs to learn how to protect herself. If Iris is ever going to win Quentin's heart, she can't keep hiding behind his leg. That did 5 or 10 damage? Jesus! Now I wish I had got Paris. Okay. Where was I? Team Galactic. So evil. I freaking love it. That's why Gen 4 is my favorite generation, just because of how evil the villains are. Don't get me wrong, love Gen 6, except for its post-game. Love Gen 5, except for its level-up system. Gen 4, literally perfect in my opinion. I mean, I also love Gen 3 as well. And I know a lot of people bitch about Gen 3 about being the worst generation, but, I mean, I love Pokemon. That's what this conversation is coming down to. I just freaking love Pokemon. And yeah, it's such a... I grew up with Pokemon. I was literally born maybe a year or so before Pokemon came out in Japan. So I was like at the perfect age when it came to the States for it to just envelop my life and become everything to me. And here I am, 21 years later after being born, so 20 years after Pokemon's creation, and I am fully prepared to take this series, which I love with all my heart, and pass it on to my child, who is currently sleeping one foot to my back left of me. Ooh, hiccups. This is... Pokemon is... I love it. It's fun for all ages. I'm sorry if I'm gushing here. I'm really sorry if I'm gushing, but this is just... I can't... I don't even know what to say. Pokemon's making me a better entertainer. It's opening doors to everything. I met my wife because of... Oh, crap. I wanted to switch my party members around for this guy. Oh god, I have Reggie, the worst member for this. Okay. Now, my original plan had been to have Zen lead this fight and karate chop the thing. I don't think Zen can take the hit. Specialty 20. versus specialty third. Yeah, I feel a lot safer having Quentin take this. I know I should be using my other Pokemon more. I really should. But gosh darn it to Herc. I don't want to take unnecessary risks. I don't want to lose anything. I would love to see this basic team of 6 make it to the... I know they won't. It's... As much as I would love to see Quentin, Reggie, Iris, and everyone make it to the end, I can pretty much guarantee you that's not going to happen. That's just how Pokemon is in general. And Nuzlocke challenges. I mean, if someone could show me a no-death Nuzlocke, I would be amazed. I really would be. But, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen. I'm going to try to protect my Pokemon best I can. And the time is undoubtedly going to come where I have to make a decision as to who lives and who dies, and I'm dreading that moment. But until then, I'm going to try to keep my team alive for as long as I possibly can. Iris learned how... Oh! Oh, she is going to impress Quentin with that one. I'm sorry if I'm making you guys uncomfortable with that notion. But I really... Shipping is one of my favorite things in Nuzlocke comics, I'll be honest. I know it kind of weirds some people out, especially considering, you know, egg groups are a thing, breeding, whatever. But I'm pretty sure it can't. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if Rattata and if Rattata and Charmander were in the same egg group. I mean, that'd be really cool. I mean, if both of them survived until the end, I would give you guys, or I would give anyone who wanted one of them eggs if they wanted. But I'm pretty sure they aren't in the same egg group, so I'm not even gonna entertain that notion anymore. But yeah, I like shipping in Nuzlocke, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be talking about Iris's crush on Quentin. I'm not going to talk about it all the time. This episode's been a little bit more about that just because I, talked about all my Pokemon's personalities in this episode, but that's going to be something that comes up, is I'm going to mention, Iris trying her best to impress Quentin even though she's shy and timid. But yeah. Oh gosh, this episode's already been going on for 22 minutes. This is my longest one yet. And, of course, because I usually stop around 15 or so minutes, but I'm making up for the fact that you guys lost out on all of my grinding. That's kind of why I've been switching my Pokemon around more than I normally would, too, But, I think 23 minutes is enough. So, I'm gonna just call that an episode here. I know this is kind of a weird place to call an episode. I've barely made progress in this cave, but I think that's gonna be it. So, thank you for watching Dawnstar Royals Pokemon Fire Red No Deposit Nuzlocke. Until next time, my name is Kinfin, signing out. Nailed it!